So look guys, I'm a huge Conor McGregor fan, but back in March of 2016, I released a video 2 days before UFC 196 where I basically predicted that Conor McGregor was gonna lose to Nate Diaz. And well, I was right. So how did I predict this? Well, for me, I simply relied on Conor McGregor's emotional language, body language, and his apparent mental state. We all know Conor's the master of mental warfare, but Nate Diaz was a different kind of fighter. When Nate said, "I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck," he clearly meant it. Whereas Conor's trash talking to Jose Aldo clearly got under his skin.
Conor looks extremely loose. And Aldo looks like he's feeling the pressure of this moment. Conor relaxed and smiling.
What the fuck? Nate seemed to effortlessly deflect it all.
I don't give a fuck.
Now, fast forward to today, just 1 day before the Nate Diaz-Conor McGregor rematch at UFC 202. Honestly, in the weeks leading up to this fight, I was leaning towards McGregor as the likely victor in this rematch. Mainly because, according to Conor,
this time I know I'll be facing a tall, lanky southpaw with the height and the reach and the weight on me, so I am preparing accordingly.
It seemed Conor lost mainly due to a lack of understanding of Nate's size advantage. But now, after altering his camp to accommodate Nate's stature, I was leaning towards a Conor victory. But that was before I started to see the same level of emotional reactivity in Conor that he exhibited back at UFC 196 right before he fought Nate for the first time. The emotional reactivity, like being so threatened by Nate as to swing a punch at the press conference. This time around for UFC 202, Conor McGregor looks even worse than he did last time from an emotional mind state perspective. This time around, Conor looks like a fucking spoiled child having a fucking temper tantrum. Like the whole bottle throwing fiasco at the press conference the other day. Okay, Nate threw the first bottle, so Conor's justified in defending himself by throwing a bottle back. But the way Conor did it, scrambling across the table, dropping the bottle before finally picking it up, then demanding with a slightly whiny tone of voice to be allowed back on stage to speak, and finally this bizarre little meltdown on Thursday.
What do you think from a professional standpoint?
Like I said, fuck Team Diaz. And if you're down with Team Diaz, then fuck you too.
It all just comes off to me as a big whiny baby who's losing control of the show and doesn't know how to handle that fact. And the truth is that the way a person acts on the surface, especially under high pressure situations, can reveal a lot about their internal psychology, state of being, and whether or not they themselves even believe they stand a chance against their opponent. And if there's one thing that Conor's taught us all, it's that the mind plays a big role in the fighting game.
Conor relaxed and smiling.
What the fuck? I would like to make this video my official prediction for UFC 202. I predict that Conor McGregor is gonna get destroyed by Nate Diaz once again. Could be wrong, we'll have to wait and see, but that's my prediction. I've laid it out, and I'll probably do a live reaction video to the Conor Nate Diaz rematch, and then we can find out if I was full of shit or not. Stay tuned.
Well, let me just, he wants to be a tough guy, and it doesn't work very well with
How tough is it to take a property from an elderly woman?
Let me talk. Quiet.
How tough
a lot of times,